Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. A first carry now. This is Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 9, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Wayne Goldman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
Is good.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Made by Dexter Lawrence.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Forced out to his left. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Gallman will run it. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Giants 17. Cowboys nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
17-0 our score after 1.
Score Giants 17. Cowboys nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
brought down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Gallman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's brought down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Gallman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Gallman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 18. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
The pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Buying time to his left. Looking for his receiver Sharp, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will level the playing field at 17 all.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Wayne Goldman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give them 14 on that one, and a 1st down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
First and 10.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. A quick throw complete by Rosen. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Martinez. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Rosen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
That's another.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now in Arlington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
8-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Complete. Jefferson the target. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. C.D. Lamb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
31. Giants.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down, Giants.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Ingram.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
The ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Finds his tight end Ingram. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll look to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down now. Snell, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Wayne Gallman is running back, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
He's back to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
He'll look to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win.
The Giants will...
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Rosen to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Tonight.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Cowboys, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.